The world looks calm, but beneath the surface, financial pressure is quietly building every single day. People go to work unaware that the system around them is already starting to crack. History shows us something strange. Crises never arrive loudly, they arrive politely. Everything feels normal right before the moment everything falls apart. Money keeps moving, but truth always moves slower than danger. Behind rising numbers, there are hidden risks nobody wants to talk about. Every bubble starts with confidence and ends with disbelief. Markets reward silence until silence becomes extremely expensive. The past is repeating itself, but most people don't recognize the pattern. What looks strong today may already be hollow inside. Trust is built slowly and destroyed very fast in financial systems. When people stop asking questions, systems begin making dangerous promises. Stability often hides the most fragile structures underneath. The warning signs are quiet, but they are always there. Financial crises are not accidents, they are habits we never break. The system grows, but so does the risk hidden inside it. Every boom carries the seed of its own collapse. The crowd celebrates, but danger is already baked into the numbers. Growth feels good until it becomes uncontrollable. No one panics until it's already too late. Calm markets create careless decisions. Careless decisions build invisible time bombs. Time bombs always explode when people least expect them. This is how repetition becomes disaster, and disaster always pretends to be opportunity first. People believe systems protect them, but systems protect themselves first. Money follows confidence, even when confidence is built on lies. Every crisis begins with a story people want to believe. When stories replace facts, danger becomes entertainment. Entertainment hides risk better than fear ever could. The numbers look beautiful, but the foundation is weak. Weak foundations always collapse quietly at first. Quiet collapses become loud tragedies later. Nobody listens until the noise becomes unbearable. By then, the damage is already done. Crises don't surprise experts, they surprise crowds. Crowds believe comfort more than caution. Comfort makes people blind to warning signs. Blindness spreads faster than fear. And fear only arrives after collapse. Every generation thinks this time is different, but history never changes its lessons. It only changes the costumes. New tools, same mistakes. New markets, old behavior. New promises, familiar endings. The cycle repeats because memory fades. When memory fades, risk grows. And when risk grows, collapse follows. Always. When money gets cheap, people start taking risks they don't fully understand anymore. Easy credit makes hard decisions disappear, and disappearing decisions create dangerous habits. Habits grow silently, just like financial bubbles. Everyone feels richer, but nobody checks the foundation. The higher things go, the harder they fall. But falling never feels real until it starts. Before collapse, there is always denial. People defend systems that are already broken because admitting truth feels more painful than ignoring it. Ignorance feels safe until it becomes expensive. Every crash is powered by the same fuel, belief without understanding. People trust charts more than common sense, and charts never show the full story. They hide risk behind beautiful lines. Beautiful lines create dangerous confidence. Confidence makes people borrow tomorrow's money today. Tomorrow always sends the bill, and the bill always comes with interest. That interest is called crisis. Crises don't start in banks, they start in minds. Minds that believe growth never ends, but nothing grows forever. Every system has limits. When limits are ignored, collapse becomes inevitable. People call it bad luck, but it's really bad memory. Memory forgets pain quickly, so the same mistakes return wearing new clothes. New language, same danger. Investors chase returns like gamblers chase wins. Each win increases the next risk.
And risk grows faster than wisdom. Wisdom takes time, but markets move fast. Fast markets punish slow thinking. Slow thinking is replaced by shortcuts. Shortcuts create fragile systems. Fragile systems shatter easily, especially when pressure rises. Pressure rises quietly, not dramatically. It rises in small, invisible steps. Nobody feels it at first. Then suddenly, everyone feels it at once. That moment is called panic. Panic spreads faster than any virus, and fear shuts down logic. Logic is always the first victim of crisis. By then, choices are already gone. Only consequences remain. After panic, silence returns, but it feels heavier than before. People look around, wondering how everything changed so quickly. The answer is it didn't change quickly. It changed quietly, step by step, decision by decision. Nobody noticed the pattern forming. Patterns hide best inside normal routines. Work, spend, borrow, repeat. Repeat long enough and danger feels ordinary. Ordinary danger is the most powerful kind because nobody runs from what feels familiar. Familiar systems get trusted without inspection, and uninspected systems grow unstable. Stability is a feeling, not a guarantee. Guarantees only exist on paper. Reality doesn't read contracts, it only responds to pressure. Pressure exposes every weakness. Weaknesses hide until stress forces them out. Then cracks become collapses, and collapses become crises.
Every crisis teaches a lesson, but lessons are uncomfortable, so people forget them. Forgetting feels easier than changing, and change threatens comfort. Comfort is the real enemy of safety. Safety requires awareness. Awareness requires attention. Attention is what people stop giving, especially when things feel good. Good times create bad discipline. Bad discipline creates weak systems. Weak systems collapse under pressure. Pressure always arrives eventually. It never asks permission. It never waits for readiness. It simply shows up and tests everything at once. Whatever survives becomes the new normal until people forget again. Forgetting resets the cycle. The cycle pretends to be progress, but it's really repetition. Repetition dressed up as innovation. New tools, old behavior. New platforms, same mistakes. The story never changes, only the characters do. And the audience keeps believing until the next collapse starts quietly. The next crisis doesn't announce itself. It slowly walks into the room. People are too busy celebrating to notice it. Celebration always comes right before collapse because confidence feels safest at the peak. Peaks make people forget gravity. Gravity always remembers them, and gravity always wins. The fall begins with small losses. Losses people call temporary. Temporary problems become permanent disasters. Disasters don't happen overnight. They grow quietly in the background, hidden behind good news and rising charts. Charts don't show stress. They only show momentum. Momentum feels unstoppable until it suddenly stops. Stopping is what breaks everything. When money stops moving, fear starts moving. Fear moves faster than facts. Facts get buried under emotion. Emotion drives terrible decisions. Terrible decisions spread damage everywhere. Damage creates anger. Anger looks for someone to blame. Blame doesn't fix systems. It only hides the real problems. Problems hide until the next cycle begins, and the next cycle always looks hopeful. Hope is the most dangerous emotion in finance. Hope makes people ignore risk.
Risk grows quietly when ignored. Quiet risk becomes loud collapse. Loud collapse becomes history. History becomes a lesson. A lesson people promise never to forget. But forgetting is human, and markets are built by humans, so markets forget too. They forget faster than people realize. Forgetting resets the story. The story starts again, with new heroes, new promises, new confidence, and the same ending waiting patiently. The ending never changes, only the timing does, and timing is everything. This is how crises are quietly repeated. Once the dust settles, people look back and ask how they missed everything. The truth is, nothing was hidden. It was just ignored. Warning signs were everywhere, quietly blinking in the background. But comfort makes people stop watching carefully. Comfort feels safe until it suddenly isn't. Safety is not a feeling, it's a process. And processes require discipline. Discipline is boring, so people avoid it. Avoidance creates blind spots. Blind spots hide the biggest dangers. Dangers grow strongest when no one is looking. Looking away is the real risk, not the numbers. Numbers only reflect behavior. Behavior creates systems. Systems create outcomes. Outcomes create history. And history keeps repeating the same story. The story only changes when behavior changes, and behavior only changes with awareness. Awareness begins with uncomfortable questions. Questions most people don't like asking, because answers disturb comfort. But comfort is expensive. It always sends the bill later. The bill is called crisis. And crisis is history's way of teaching again, until someone finally listens.